As you can see, I'm repping that BMT. No matter where I go, no matter where I be. We'll be rocking it like that, man. I love the fit of this shirt, bro.
Bro, look, I just happened to get off the elevator. Look at it. The BMT shirt on. You know, we representing all the way in Thailand, man.
What's up, y'all? It's the Travel OG, and I gotta do my BMT commercial, man, for my BMT shirt, man. This shirt is so dope, man. It shows off your guns, fits your muscles, gives you room at the bottom for the belly, and then you repping the BMT brand, man. So make sure y'all pick up that BMT shirt, because it's fire. It looks good. He got them in different colors, and I'm telling y'all, man, the fit, it ain't that cheap. It's a real quality shirt, man. I love it, BMT. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for blessing me with the shirt. And I'll see you on the other side. You dig?
Fellas, don't forget to check out the Black Man Travels merch store where you can purchase BMT t-shirts, tank tops, travel quote tees, and much more. All right. And we are live. Welcome, family, to another show. We are in here today. I'm coming from you live from the beautiful country of Thailand right now. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the room already. I want to give a special shout out to my dude, Roll the Tape. All right, he said, BMT, what it do? What's good, bro? We in here. We got Javinci. So that's lit. Now, I promise you guys, dedicated to the launch of the Passport Bros app, which will be launching in the next few weeks. We're looking at June 1st. Might be earlier, might be a few days later, but we're working on that. But I want to dedicate this entire show to the app, give you guys information, show it to you on my phone, give you the process, giving you somewhat of the journey, because it definitely has been a journey. And I'm also covering a few other things about what's going on in the Passport Bro space and why we really needed our own platform, need our own social network, especially with so much controversy and so much popularity with the Passport Bros brand. Okay. Once again, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the room early. I want to give a shout out to my dude D-May in the building. What up, D-May? We got Kirby Films here. Delano Music, what's good? He has the app. I think D-May and Delano Music has the app, man. What up, Deshaun Wilson? He's also a member. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you becoming a member. All right, for sure. I want to give a special shout out real quick before we get the ball rolling to everybody that's joined. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up real quick. Where we at here? Stop screen. The private Facebook group. Oh man, I had that queued up and everything. Hopefully it'll remain queued up. But what up, go with Passport Crew? As you guys can see, I'm scrolling through the feed a little bit. The Passport Bros Facebook group. All right, we are around 19,800 members, bro. You heard it right, 19,800 members. I want to give everybody a shout out to there. I definitely want to give a shout out to the admin as well. There's no way I could do this possibly on my own with that amount of people. So shout out to all my guys that's running the admin. Shout out to Cardell as well. All right. We have a lot of information in that group. If you haven't already joined the Passport Bros group, make sure you join it, man, because it's a real good informational group. And we get it on in there, man. We get it in. All right. Somebody said Bass Pad backup Facebook link not working. I'm not really sure what that means, Raverstein. You might want to repost that question. All the slimes in the chat. I'm not even sure. But yeah, once again, I want to give a shout out to all the guys that's in the private Facebook group, bro. We be in there. We almost at the 20K mark. just guys, giving guys their posts. I don't want to get too detailed in there, but just, a lot of good information. All right. And all this really did stem from a Facebook group. All the controversy, the name, everything originated from this Facebook group. It was the Passport Bros. That name, that moniker is what got it out there. And then people started utilizing it on everything. And we're going to cover a video real quick. Shout out to my brother O'Shea Duke Jackson that he did about quote unquote Passport Bros. I'm going to hear his take on it before we get to the actual subject of the show and discuss to you about the app. All right. So once again, if you haven't already joined, fellas, make sure to join that Facebook group. All right. It's a private Facebook group, so I'm not going to go too far into details, but make sure you join it. It's a free group. You get approved, get in there, you make a few posts, obtain some valuable information in your travels. If you have any questions, hey, how's Croatia or whatever country you're interested about, you can use the hashtag feature, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of information about that country. Okay. All right. So let me pull. I think I got to pull it up. Where we at? I want to pull this up real quick, family, before we get into the gist of the show. Because, I got to address all the haters that was hating on the app, Let me put this up here real quick. All right. I want to break this video down real quick. Once again, shout out to my brother O'Shea Duke Jackson. He has a lot to do with the popularity of the Passport Bros as well. All right. Waversteen, I'm not sure what you mean. The link provided is not working. I'm not sure what that means. All right, you got to break it down because the app isn't technically released yet. It's still in testing mode. If you're talking about the app, we haven't released that yet for the public. Okay, we got 40 in the room. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button. All right, let's go ahead and play a snippet of the video. Passport Bros take major losses in Dominican Republic due to sipping. Now, for preference, everybody that travels not a passport bro. You know what I'm saying? But we'll go ahead and break the video down real quick. And I forwarded a little bit up because it was just some BS at the beginning. But here we go.
Bros, you were getting a lot of interesting videos about how these guys were lame. Especially the ones that were lame, that couldn't get any box, in the States and had to go all the way to another place. Here's an example of this guy saying that exact message.
A man ain't shit when all these women in America, millions and millions of women, and nobody wants you, and you got to go way to another country so somebody can want you. That's sad. Hell, they ain't going to want you either.
And then here's a lady saying pretty much the same thing with evidence of other passport bros having the same problems as these guys.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So I really thought this BS with the passport bros was just going to go away, just die down. But
nope, never.
I was wrong. Every time I get on social media, is one of them goofy ass passport bros getting caught up in a situation. Exhibit A.
And guys, they took everything.
Now look at his ass. He up here crying and talking about she took everything. What did you expect to happen? I guess you thought you was going to go over there and have you a great time. They was just going to lay down with you. You was going to get it and get gone, huh?
Well, first of all, we don't even know the context of the video. We're not really sure, what happened. But let's continue.
No. Let me tell you all something. And see, for people that really don't understand that travel and go out of town, most of the locals, and especially the way that you present yourself, a lot of these passport bros going out of the country, pretending to be something that they not. Those people that live where you all are traveling, they already know the game. It's all a finesse. Those women really don't like you for real. Oh, yo te quiero, papi, and all that old shit they tell you. That shit is game. Any woman that's worth having, whether she's in America or out of the country or somewhere else, 9 times out of 10, she got a man somewhere where she is. She may consider herself to be single because she's keeping her options open, but there's somebody around. And trust and believe that man is.
Now, what's the difference between the women overseas having somebody around and the women in the States having somebody around? Let's keep it $150 with that. All right. You got women that got, They finessing the mechanic, they finessing the cable guy, they finessing their little work boyfriend. We all know the game back in America. I don't know why they try to separate, that from what goes on overseas. In a lot of cases, a lot of women not even on that type of time. They're actually looking for a husband and a provider. And they don't mind being a traditional woman, staying home and cooking and cleaning, whatever they got to do to support the family. All right. If we're talking about morals here, I mean, that's a real touchy field. That's a touchy field on seeing what women have the most morality when it comes to family. Whether it be women from overseas, whether it be women in the States, it's no way possible that we have all these dating coaches, all these, the rise of Kevin Samuels, rest in power Kevin Samuels, all these podcasts talking about dating and the difficulty of dating in the West, right? And now you have a solution base where you got guys traveling overseas and saying, look, I'm going to expand my option. I'm not necessarily maybe even going over there for relationships, but whatever it is, whatever your reason for traveling is, you have the option to do that. You don't need to be allowed to travel outside the country.
Putting her up to doing a lot of this shit that she doing. See, a lot of the women in these foreign countries will still.
I just want to have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance.
Sorry about that, fellas. Hold on.
Have fun.
From you, will rob you and possibly kill you quicker than a lot of the men do. They more treacherous than the men. You understand? But you're all going out of the country thinking you.
Come on now. They do that here in the States as well. As well.
You about to come find some woman that's going to be submissive to your will. Nigga, you ain't even got it to get it like that. Trust and believe, if she worth having, if she's any type of female that's worth having, she got somebody. Okay? And 9 times out of 10, she'll rob and steal from you to go give it to him.
That statement makes no literal sense whatsoever when you think about it. All right? There are plenty of available women in these countries that are single, that are looking for a serious relationship. All right? That work or whatever, that have their weight in gold, that are good women. All right? There's a surplus of women in some cases in these countries. All right? There are more women than men in the world in general. Right? I don't know if the census is 100% correct when they say it, but because I don't really believe the numbers half the time. But in some cases, man, if you turn on your Tinder and you're in some of these countries, these foreign countries, your match level will go up tremendously because there's a lot of available women. There's a lot of single women. And as far as if she's worth something, having a guy around, well, in that case, that's in every country in the world. That's in every city in the world. If that's the case, we're not saying if she's a baddie, 8, 9, 10, got her stuff together, no kids or something, under 25. Yeah, she's going to have somebody around. It's up to you to compete and get that guy up out of there. That's in there. That's everywhere. What I'm seeing really is this threat level that's going up so high, and they feel so threatened that a certain type of man is leaving, right? And expanding his options and making the dating pool smaller, more competitive. And this is their way to deal with it, right? This is their way to deal with it.
Speaking of not having it to get it like that, Exhibit B.
Oh, Jay Rello.
I missed my flight last night. Just got off the phone with Spirit. I'm waiting on him to call me back.
She rolled for that.
It's $100 reschedule fee. Basically, I need a cash out, guys. I need a cash out.
Hold on. To Jay Rello's credit, because I follow him on Instagram, Jay Rello got about 4 jobs right now. He's still raising his money. He's still doing his thing. Shout out to Jay Rello, man. He's not a bad dude. But he got about 4 jobs right now. He'd be going from one job to the other out there. I forgot what city he in. But that's just the way of social media, finding everything that meets your the narrative that you want, basically. Like, that's her narrative. She's trying to find everything. She's putting everything out of context. All right. She's just trying to prove a point.
Now look at his goof ass. So I'm from Chicago. That's what we say. We call people like that goof ass people. Look at this goof ass. Now he's begging folks on social media for $100. You don't even have enough money to pay for food, but you got your ass traveling out of the country. You probably couldn't even afford to go. I mean, prime example, you begging for $100. You definitely didn't have enough money on you.
You know how many people I see? I'm not gonna call out a certain ethnicity here in Thailand, that might be, let's say homeless or, those backpackers, staying in airports or whatever it is. This is not just a one, a one ethnic thing. Like most brothers are not being stranded overseas. That was a one particular incident that I just know about that happened to go viral. But in most cases, people do go broken abroad. I mean, you got channels called Broken Abroad. I mean, that happens in some cases. I don't even believe this sister even has a passport. And this is not indicative of all women. Think we got a lot of support for women as well. But the reason I'm playing this video, and I'm going to go ahead and end it soon. I'm going to let O'Shea do his spiel. Shout out to my dude O'Shea Duke Jackson once again. But this is one of the reasons why we decided to create our own platform and create our own app. But let me continue.
That means you stay your ass home. See, it's unfortunate that these so-called passport bros will put women down, American women, black women, and being specific, talking about black women.
Let me stop her there. That's not indicative of all. That's not the narrative of passport bros whatsoever. All right. In most cases, a lot of bros that are traveling to countries like Colombia and Brazil, Africa, and even in certain cases, Southeast Asia, where you have a lot of dark-skinned Asian women, they're dating women that could be considered to be black in America, right? They're dating Afro-Latinas. They're dating Afro-Colombians, Afro-Brazilians with Afros and all that. All right. So it's just not that. Men aren't necessarily going on these panels. What they're getting confused is the guys that came over from the SYSBM, the Red Pill, that type of movement, who adapted the passport bros ideology and kind of brought that over here. And for months, I was trying to push that away and say, nah, we solution-based. We don't sit there and complain on platforms about the women in the States. We just protest with our feet. All right. And in all cases, you got a lot, like I said before, you got a lot of sisters that's actually support the passport bros. You cannot have all this online drama as far as dating coaches, life coaches, relationship coaches, all this stuff going on in the West in concerns of relationships, negative birth rates, declining marriages. You can't have all this going on and then decide that, okay, we got to stick with this. We got to stick with this burning ship, right? And the guys who leave, it must be something wrong with them for leaving, when you have empirical evidence that something is wrong, or irrefutable evidence. I mean, something is wrong with, or having problems with, issues with dating in America. All right. Not at all times. Let me put that, not generalization, but I'm just saying relationships can be tough because the lines have been crossed on the roles in the relationship. And a lot of times when you see these women making these videos, man, you can tell they're single. You can tell they probably haven't been anywhere outside of Jamaica, and they're hurt because they don't want to have to deal with competing with women that are younger and more beautiful than them. That's the big issue. That's what she's really upset about.
You all can't even pay your bills. Your debt to income is high as fuck, but you want to go out of town and make it seem like you got it like that, but then you embarrass yourself by having to ask complete strangers for money. I had to travel for my business. I went to Vegas for the magic show, and then I went over to LA. My flight got canceled from LA. I had to pay $500 for a one-way ticket. But guess what? I had it. You never travel. You never go out of town, and definitely not out of the country without having a reserve, without having money put up for incidentals, because you never know what could happen. I wasn't anticipating my flight getting canceled, but guess responsibility.
Let's go here.
Who, their friend, talking about they're going to leave tomorrow. What they don't understand is.
All right, so I want to just touch bases with that. Shout out to, like I said, once again, shout out to O'Shea. Everybody that's taking these L's are not even considering themselves passport bros. Okay. Hold on real quick. Let me stop that screen. I'll pull up in a little minute. Let me say my spiel real quick. Where we at? Here we go. I want to give a shout out to my man TM. He said the art of will with $1.99 cents super chat. He says TMD needs to return and check these cornballs. Yeah, for sure. Where we at? Hold on. Okay, let me play this where I get this situated real quick. Now, these are just some random guys in the DR. having a dispute with a couple of females. They don't consider themselves passport bros.
Who putting these ladies on camera? They're sitting there cracking jokes, calling ladies the B word. They're calling their friends, talking about, kick the chick out. I need to give her 3,000 pesos, which is like around $52. And one dude's like, I'm from Chicago. I'm used to getting scammed. Let's put it on GD, and talking about they're gonna leave tomorrow. What they don't understand is, number one, even if the lady is scamming you, which happens overseas, it happens in America, you have to understand that the people that are over there in the Dominican Republic, they are not going to look at that favorably. This is why we have the term passport pookies. And it seems like, these young men haven't got out of overseas. They don't understand how it works. But that's what happens. Unfortunately, you can deal with certain young ladies in these places and they can scam you, or the price goes up or whatever. But now if anything happens to those women by any small chance and you happen to be over in Dominican Republic, you're going to get messed up. And this is what black men got to understand. You go over there acting like this Chicago or this Houston.
All right, we get the gist of what he was saying. I don't want to keep on skipping through the commercials. But yeah, the funny thing is, I don't know why that has to be even a narrative when guys are just doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? They're being labeled passport bros for views and clicks. Understandable. I understand the game. I'm a YouTuber as well. But that's just not what is, because that goes on in every single country, just not the Dominican Republic, by the way. Even in America. That's another thing. They act like that stuff doesn't go on in America 24/7. But it is what it is. Let me catch a couple of these comments. All right, shout out to Global Passport Crew. Said, who is she to judge other people? Let's examine her life and criticize her life and see how she likes it. Eddie Talia Furrow says, I'm gonna have to download this app. Yeah, you must be from the Detroit. You say, what up, though? All right, shout out to my guys in Detroit. Yeah, she just rambling, brother. All right, Digital Nomad says, I'll be in Thailand next month. Listen to the channel. Salute to all the passport bro gentlemen. All right. The Naughty American Expat says, BMT Travels, Aaron, congrats on finally getting your app up and running. Salute. Yeah, man, it was definitely a journey. All right. Just to give you guys some context on why we created the app. The original Facebook group, Black Man Travels, was actually taken down right around 8,000, approaching 8,000 members, right? We got shut down for basically no reason. They said it was something that it wasn't. They said it was nudity. It was no nudity. It was really simply a Robinhood screenshot of somebody's account making a successful trade. At that point, I realized, I was like, whoa, this is not gonna go. We put a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it's power in numbers, right? So that's when the discussion started being had. Like, okay, should we do a website? Should we do our own social network? Can we use somebody else's script? And upon the research, I was seeing that if you use like a little script or somebody else's network or nothing, you still are restricted, right? You still restricted. You still can't post certain things. It's not really your network. It's not really yours. So we decided to cut that out. Then we started asking different developers, how much is this and how much is that? How much is the hard code? It was a learning curve. And in America, it's expensive to build a social network from scratch. It really is. So we decided to start raising some funds from the second Facebook group that we created. All right. And we had about, I think, maybe 6,000-7,000. We got most of the people back into the Black Men Travels 2.0 group. But we was really worried that we'll get taken down again. So we went ahead and created another group on Facebook. Yeah, you got to do all this. That group was named Passport Bros. This was maybe 2 to 3 years ago. All right. So we did a Kickstarter campaign, And within the Kickstarter campaign, we raised about $5,000. We did this in 45 days. Okay. There have been people lying, trying to, talk smack on YouTube saying that we've been raising money this whole entire time during the process. That is false. We raised money for 45 days. We raised about $5,000, give or take, somewhere around that $5,000 raise. And the app is worth way more than that. All right. I put my own money up, invested in the app as well. So I put up way more money myself personally than raised any money. So I just want to keep that clear because, we have trust issues coming from my community. And people were saying, oh, he's raising money. They're never going to be an app. These scam artists, they con artists. And I'm like, nah, man, it's a learning curve. It's been a journey. I promise you it's been a journey. This is the 4th app build. Right. This is actually the 4th app build. I took some L's, man. The last app was supposed to be released in April. Right. Had some developers, offshore developers, spent a good amount of money. And when the app came out, I downloaded the app to my phone, the APK, nothing worked. I was highly disappointed. Right. But like I said, it's a learning curve. I only got a portion of the bread back. We went through litigation, all that stuff, because they gave me a non-functional app. Nothing was working. The only thing that worked was his information as a developer. So I had to sign in as a developer. It was real frustrating, man. At sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I was like, damn, man, I don't know. I really, didn't know what to turn. I wasn't necessarily going to give up, but I didn't know what to turn because I know dudes was asking about, what's up with the app? What's up with the app? I mean, guys running up to me in clubs like, hey, bro, I donate to the app. What's up with the app? And I'm like, listen, man, we're working. I mean, it's developing something from scratch when you're not familiar with that industry. Hey, man, it's something else. Some of those tech guys, some of the developer guys, it's a very sharkish industry. And if you don't know the technical jargon, they're going to get over on you for the most part. All right, shout out to D Maybe the super chat. Don says super chat, really appreciate that. He says, thank you for the alley-oop, my G. Mentorship is key. Oh, yeah, that's right. I shot you with the basketball. I got my basketball right there, bro. I'm ready on you to come on out here so I can give you that work on the court, player. But yes, we took a few losses. It was frustrating, but we finally was able to meet a very good developer, and the app looks great. Matter of fact, we just got an update. As you can see, it's an update app. I'd be forgetting to wipe the damn screen off. Hold on. So I'm just going to go over some of the features of the app. I'm going to keep this show relatively short because I want people to click on it. Okay, so that's just our terms of service real quick. All right. Okay, cool. All right. So as you can see, shout out to my dude Jay Clyde. We on the app right now. All right, we got about 70 people on the app at this point. We have not released the email to all the Kickstarters. That'll be going out this week because we got to give you guys a special link that way you can hop on for free for the first couple of three months. It depends on how much you donated. You got guys that are going to have the whole year because they donated a little bit more. All right. But let me make sure because dudes be posting a lot of stuff on here already. But you've never seen nothing like this, man. We got like 70 dudes on here. You got guys just posting up a storm already. I had one message from one guy because you can message each other on here, and he was like, "Hey, man, can we just cap the app off at like 300-400 guys, and we just pay $20-30 a month to keep other guys off?" I'm like, "Nah, you can't do it like that." Because guys, they want their own thing. They want their own private network, bro. And this was much needed. All right. Somebody say congratulations on launching the app. Yeah, it's just not my app. It's shout out to my dude Cardell. Shout out to all the Kickstarter that donated, that believed in the vision. Shout out to the developer. I'm a team player, so I can't claim the app. This was a team effort. This is everybody. The developer came up with ideas. I came up with ideas. Cardell came up with some ideas, and we got a lot of feedback from our Facebook group. And that was the cool thing about it. We was able to tailor fit our the app because of the popularity of the Facebook group, knowing what a lot of you guys need. No. That's another thing I want to cover. We are not going to be in the App Store. If we were in the App Store, that would not be beneficial to anybody, right? First of all, the App Store is very restricted on what you can post and the content within the App Store. And they also tax you 30-something% on top of the taxes you already got to pay. So keep in mind, guys, that this right here is a fully monetized network. What do I mean by that? You have plenty of ways to be able to make money. It's almost a free app to a certain degree, but there is a paywall up to keep the riffraff out. Now, what do I mean by that? The paywall. You can get paid off of the post, right? Let me see if I can show you this feature. We're gonna go through all the features. I don't know if you can see that. It's not in focus. Hold on. Let me see if I can focus it out a little bit more. You might can see it. You can see a buy a beer. I know it's a little blurry, but the buy a beer feature, right? It's somewhat like we got another update. He working over there. It's somewhat like a super chat for your post, right? So you'll click on that button. You'll say drink up. All right. Hold on. And you will see a list of, available prices for beers to be able to send to that user, basically. As a form of support, it's like a salute, What we noticed in the Facebook group was the fact that you got guys that make some really dope posts in there. I mean, there was one brother in the group that was traveling the world with his two boys, right? His two boys. And keep in mind, just to get us some preference, we've already made these social media networks billions of dollars on in, and they still don't really share their revenue. All right. And they're getting ads. Put that on top of that. But we had a brother post in the group. He had been to 10 countries with his two boys. And I thought that was dope. To me, I would have shot him, saluted him a couple of beers. Right. Man, he go $5-10, man. No matter of fact, he go $50. Take the boys out. We support each other. We like to see stuff like that. Right. So that's why we have that feature. It could be anything because we got actually professional photographers already killing it in the group. Shout out to Mr. Cosmopolitan. He's making he's doing real dope posts. All right. Shout out to the dude Jay Clyde. I got to kind of skim through here before I show y'all because we got a lot going on. But as you can see, even this post right here, right? The reasoning behind the way we set up this was content based, right? On YouTube, shout out to YouTube, not just in YouTube, you got one shot at your thumbnail, right? No other photos. You just got one shot at your thumbnail. If people don't like the thumbnail, they're going to scroll right through you. It's not completely, but it's highly competitive. On here, you had the option to put up a couple of photos, get people enticed to watch a YouTube video. And on top of that, you can monetize it. You can get a beer or they can subscribe to you. Okay? So like I said, as you can see, it's built for the content creators. It's built for guys that want to share their YouTube channels, that want to get their stuff popping. All right. That's what it's built for. It's built for guys that are traveling to have another stream of revenue. Okay. Damn. That term of service is long as hell. All right. So let's go to the other profile. This is me. This is what started it all, brother. It's the 2017 trip. You can't see that. I hate that. It's so blurry. All right. I'm going to get them trolls out of the chat in a second, too. No worries. But you also have the check mark feature, for the content creators. You'll be able to pay for your check marks and stuff like that. Okay. That's one of the pages. Now, as you can see, we got dudes all on the app. We got dudes still signing up right now. We got dudes telling right now. Yeah, if you like, let me get this guy up out of here real quick. Yeah, go on, get on up out of here, player. He's just a troll, J Raz. Don't worry about him. All right. Yeah, you know what? I do gotta make some moderators. I thought I had some, but I got you. Go with Passport Crew. All right. So let's move on to one of the most important areas of the app, the Resource Center. Okay. Click on that real quick. He's, like I said, he's really working. He's updating the app every. Hold on. All right. Okay, hold on. BMG took a lot of money, scammer. Okay, okay, family. Okay, we got a little. Hold on. I'm a fan looking. Let me get you up out of here. You know, we got. This is a hater show, so we got a lot of haters. All right, so he's constantly working on the app right now. Okay. I might have to just show some screenshots of the Resource Center. But the Resource Center basically has about 300 to 400 online jobs for you guys. It has exclusive rentals. It has tour guides, all that good stuff for you. Appreciate that, Hannibal. Appreciate that, brother. All right. And right here, you have your profile page. All right. That's your profile page. You see your revenue earned. All right. I know it's a little blurry, but this is your profile page. You see your balance in there. So once again, it's a fully monetizable network. It's going to be highly beneficial to my travelers. All right. And you know what I noticed? I noticed that I noticed that a lot of guys, would they have space for IT? Would they have space for IT? Yeah, we're gonna have some space. We're gonna definitely bring some guys on. All right. Yeah, them trolls is flying out tonight. They must have got nothing to do. They at home by themselves. It's 9 o'clock in the morning here. What you doing at 10 o'clock at night in the States, trolling on YouTube? All right. Global Passport. Let me see if I can. I got to make you a moderator on the actual YouTube, but I got you, bro. Don't worry, I got you. Richard Moore, we still paying for that, brother. It's expensive. All right. All right. So Cedrico Rich says, I downloaded the app and already love it. All right. Already love it. And this was good for the movement. This was good for Passport Bros because as far as I know, we're the only group that's actually built something of this nature, built our own platform per se. And that's major. That is major, man. The fact that we can congregate on our own digital real estate, our own space, right? Where we can kind of chop it up, talk to amongst each other, post what we want to post, monetize what we post. All right. We have our own online economy. We got sponsored posts for guys that want to support their businesses or advertise their businesses. It's like I say, it's like our own little digital universe, man. And it's a beautiful thing. All right. I think this is, hold on. Let me get this guy up out of here again. You know what, man? I understand, like, on YouTube, as far as, trying to make controversial content or trying to make content that people will feel is funny and clown. But, bro, when you get a certain age and you got so much going on, you just don't have the time. You just don't have the brain space. All right. You just don't have the real estate in your mind to even entertain clowns. I might toss you on a thumbnail, but in all honesty, I'm not even concerned with somebody on that lower level vibration. All right. Hey, it's not out just yet. All right. All right. I mean, you just, like I say, at some point in your life, especially as a man, especially if you're over a certain age, going back and forth on YouTube talking ish. I'll be honest with you guys. A lot of times, man, these guys will wait till they get back to their country, get back home, and then they'll talk ish. And they'll never have that same energy in your presence. I'm just gonna leave it at that. They would never promise you they would never have that energy in your presence. I had one guy we be talking shit from I ain't gonna put it out there like that, but it's just funny to me that you got guys that just grew up different. They might have not had, a lot of masculine energy growing up. It's just you just gotta leave it alone, bro. Because dudes are still growing, they still developing. Dudes are maybe younger or older than you. You'll never know what these guys got going on. So we on some other shit. All right. All right. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Our drip, if you are in the group, everybody in the group will receive a link. Everybody in the group, in both groups, because some guys already have it in one of the groups. I was doing some experimentation with the marketing, and some guys went ahead and got the link and hopped on it right away. All right, we have everything in place for the security. I know some of the guys are throwing a little shade, a little hatred, a little salt. But let me hold on. We got everything that we need for the security, bro. No worries there. All right. All right. Yeah, Global Passport. I'm gonna make you a mod ASAP. No, we're not doing no Telegram. No, we're not doing that. We built our own. We built our own. All right. So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead. Like I said, I want to keep this relatively short. I'm not gonna do a panel tonight. This was just kind of like just give you kind of a rundown about the app. The app coming out. I want to go through a few features, but it looks like they're working on it at this time right now. So it's going to be good, man. It's going to be dope. This is a dope situation that we're in. I hope you guys all download the app when it's released. We worked very hard on this, and I know you guys will like it. That independence of having our own platform, man. You've never seen an untamed social network like this. I promise you. We got less than 100 guys with it right now, and they really enjoying it, as you can see in some of the chat. All right. Somebody said I'm 50 years old. I'm nowhere near 50, bro. All right. Yeah, the haters mean you're doing something right. Always. Let the haters hate. Let the haters hate. Oh yeah. It's and it's really like one or two people. I don't get that much hate, man. It's like a few people. That's not on the level. I just put it to you that way. That's not on the level at all. Somebody's asking why are you I'm not blocking anybody asking about data security. We covered data security. All right. I'm not going to start giving you got passcodes and I don't know all the technical jargon, but we got it covered. Somebody said, hey, what's wrong with 50? Hey, man, it's all good. Shout out to Bobby the Space Goat. Okay, guys. So once again, appreciate you joining the show. I just want to give you guys a rundown of the app, letting you know that it will be coming out soon for you guys. And I know you guys are going to enjoy it. Peace.